I'm Christian Abbott.
I'm Nathan Lavender.
I'm Sean Abbott.
And this is the Red Mist Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Red Mist Podcast, episode 19. On tonight's episode, we're going to talk about NASCAR at Kansas. Big shakeup in the points there. Indycar, final race of the season at Monterey. A champion was crowned. Monza in F1. Soon-to-be champion-elect will be crowned. And lastly, we'll talk quickly about a little wrap-up on the NHKA event this past weekend at Loudon, a doubleheader weekend, the final event of the season. We'll talk, get Christian's thoughts on that. But first off, we want to lead off the show with a special guest. We have Jim Paulette, who competes in the 206 Masters class. Is that correct, Jim?
That's correct.
All right. At NHKA, Jim is going to be participating in the
special event at Canaan for NHKA. It's going to be a 3-hour enduro. And Jim is going to be running this 3-hour enduro solo. So, Jim, why don't you tell the people why you're doing it solo and what it's all about?
Absolutely. So, I got special permission to run the event solo because of basically the charity for which I am running this under. Now, this is not an idea that I got on my own. I ran the 24 hours of NOLA, the SimCraft 24, in March, and there was a gentleman who ran the entire 24 hours by himself for charity. And he also set the Guinness World Record as a part of that as well. For the longest distance traveled in a go-kart in 24 hours. And I thought to myself, I said, why can't I do something like that where I can raise money for a noble cause? So I put the idea in the back of my head. And unfortunately, in my business that I own outside of here, one of my clients passed away from leukemia in September. So basically what I wanted to do was, in honor of him, his name was Adam Zabora, I wanted to run I got the idea, and I wanted to run the event in his memory, and to raise money for a cause that was near and dear to his and his wife Leah's heart. And that cause is Be The Match. Now, Be The Match is a nonprofit that connects people with transplants. And one of the areas that they're most prolific in is in bone marrow transplants, which is really important to somebody with leukemia. And I wanted to raise money to make a donation on behalf of Adam Zabora's memory, because Adam was a very civic-minded person. He was always serving his community. He was a volunteer firefighter, dispatcher. He gave a lot for his community of Windsor, Maine. So I wanted to honor his memory with that. So what I'm doing is I am running this event solo. I'm running the entire 3 hours by myself, and I'm requesting pledges per lap from people who wish to donate. Now, it can be something as cheap as 5 cents per lap. It can be a penny per lap. It can be $1 per lap. It can be anything that you want. It can even be a cash donation of a lump sum amount if you don't wish to, to do the lap thing that everybody else is doing. My goal is to raise $2,500 for Be The Match, to make a donation in honor of Adam Zabora. I'm up to $4 per lap right now. My goal is to do 200 laps. I'm thinking based on my lap times at Canaan, and we're running counterclockwise, so it's going to be a little bit faster. I'm thinking I should be able to do 200 laps, stopping once for fuel and to go to the bathroom. And I'm really, really trying to get up to $20 per lap, and I'm not quite there yet. So I'm respectfully requesting donations to the cause. And like I said, it can be a certain amount per lap. It can be a lump sum donation. The average lately has been about a quarter per lap. So that would be about $50 if I ran the full 200 laps. Now, I plan to do that on October 8th in the 3-hour enduro. If you are interested in making a donation or making a pledge, all you really have to do is contact me at my email, and that is info@nekc.net. And you can say your name, and you can pledge the amount per lap or the lump sum donation. And then what I'll do is I'll basically collect it from you after the race is finished and make the donation on behalf of Mr. Zabora. So that's kind of in a nutshell what I'm up to. But I just really, Adam was a good friend of mine. He was a great client. Was one of those people that when you have a business, it's your dream client. It's somebody who listens and is respectful and asks the right questions and maximize their investment. It was very clear in my many conversations with Adam that he took pride in his things, and he took pride in serving his community, and he took pride in being there for people. And when he passed away, it was a very sudden thing because from the time he got his diagnosis to the time he passed away, it was less than 6 months. It was a very aggressive form of leukemia. And I never got a chance to see him again from the time of his diagnosis to the time of his death. So I wanted to honor his memory, and I wanted to, basically connect people, do my part to connect people with bone marrow transplants that potentially could have saved Adam. So that's kind of the reasons why I'm doing the donate. Why I'm running the event for charity, and I'm hoping to turn as many laps as possible so I can get the best donation possible. But for that, I definitely need your help in the form of a pledge or a cash donation to me.
All right. So that is Jim Paulette, and thank you, Jim, for what you're doing this for. This will definitely be all going to a great cause. And like Jim said, you can reach him at info@nekc.net. That's the email that you can reach out to him, and just with your name and any amount that you want to pledge to his cause. So
we'll put that information in the tagline when we put this podcast out.
Yeah.
So we'll get the email out there. So appreciate that, Jim. Glad we could help you get the word out.
Awesome. I really appreciate the help, and I'm looking to see how much of a donation we can get from people. It would be terrific, and I really appreciate your support.
Okay, that was Jim Paulette. Hope some of you folks that are out there listening will take the time and make a small donation to Jim's cause. It's very worthy. So I know I'll be participating in the giving. And hopefully some of our NHKA listeners that are out there that didn't hear Jim's talk on Sunday will take this and do the same. The NHKA community is very good at coming together for donating to worthy causes for members, and hopefully that'll take place. So we'll put the information, like I said, in the tag before when this podcast comes out, and we'll give an update the week before. The event, and check in with Jim maybe, and then get the word out again. So please, if you can, make a donation. Every bit will help. Doesn't matter how big or small.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to NASCAR. And
NASCAR
congratulations to Darrell Wallace, win number 2.
And Christopher Buescher's no, not Christopher Buescher. Oh my God, Christopher Dell's pit crew too. Yep. They swapped.
Oh, they still. Anyways, okay.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. No, they still did that. I guess.
Making a joke out of it.
I got you.
I mean, this is a good exhibition win, right?
Yeah, but Christopher Bell finished 3rd.
but the season's over. So this racing is just.
I understand. I understand that, but Christopher Bell finished 3rd, and apparently he's got Darrell Wallace's pit crew. So I don't know if you finish 3rd and 1st, I don't know what makes the difference. So, anyways, right. So
anywho, but hey, you know what? I think this is a weird stat that came out of this. So apparently this is the first time that a car number has swept 2 trips at a track in the same season with 2 different drivers. Because Kurt Busch won in the 45 at Kansas.
Oh, that's right.
Earlier in the year,
they switched numbers too, because they're pulling shenanigans to get the points.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well,
you want to hear something weird?
No.
There's a team owners playoffs. I'm like, what is going on? Like, there's still that. So I guess you could say Michael Jordan is into the next round.
Nate, I didn't mean to. I know when you said you want to hear something weird about this, I said no because it's NASCAR. It's shenanigans, anyways. I mean, it's it's shenanigans. Yeah. The whole thing's I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to say it because it needs to be revisited. But it's just no, seriously, it's like you guys can switch numbers and you can move the car into the points, and everyone's like, I guess that's a legit thing. I mean, never mind like the team that doesn't have a charter that's out there. Does this one not have a charter? Is this the one that doesn't have a charter?
What's a charter?
You buy you
opened up a whole can of worms.
Whole can of worms there. Exactly. That's a whole nother thing. Anyway.
So NASCAR.
No. Let's talk. Let's table that discussion. But let's focus on Kansas here. Yeah. So Darrell Wallace got the win. Yeah, I know this has just gone right off the rails. After Jim gave such an impassioned plea.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We're not in Kansas anymore. I just that's good on Darrell.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's good. It's good. Great for what is it? 23XI Racing or whatever they are. 2311.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Yep. And circling the. Anyway, skipping over the rules and changing numbers on cars. All right, that's good. Back in the day, I'm sure Richard Petty would have swapped with Kyle Petty. So I'm sure that was going to happen. Nothing against Kyle. I'm just saying, But that was pre-charters. Anyways, that. But the big news out of this, really, well, there's three big. I don't know, two. The big news was in the points. Because the first two out of the race
there's still points. I thought we're done with the regular season.
You are, but then the guys that qualified for the chase have their own points battle now.
Playoffs, Sean. They changed
it. Whatever the hell it is.
Chase, whatever. Yeah.
There's no playoffs.
They're running for the Winston Cup. That's not a thing anymore. The Winston Cup.
Yes.
What are they running for? The trophy, NASCAR trophy.
Cup.
All right, NASCAR Cup.
Oh,
all right.
We'll just call it the Cup.
The Cup, as opposed to Card Cup. But anyways, so
Harvick, if they want to really joke with it, they could call it the Brian France Cup.
Yep, Bry guy.
Oh my God.
So they got the top two. All right, well actually the guy who was on the hot streak, Harvick. He crashed out early. Mm-hmm. He was out first or blew up. What did he do? Crash or blow up?
He was caught in a battle behind.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Miss Worldwide's car,
Ross
Chastain, and Michael Jordan's car.
Oh, wait a minute. Ross Chastain got into it with somebody again?
No. Bubba and Ross Chastain were battling side by side.
So,
and Harvick was kind of up high. They just cleared him.
So Bubba took out his competition to win the race.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, no, I was kind of going with the Chastain thing since he's been taking everybody out.
I would say both of them.
The one that took the hit.
But then Harvick kind of did it to
the one that took the hit was Reddick. He went from leading the points to now he's
now he's in danger.
He's in the danger zone.
Oh,
yeah.
He's 11th, and I think the next one is how many guys get dumped in the first round after the next race?
Four.
Oops.
So how many qualified? 16.
Yeah.
All right. So 16. Then it goes to 12.
All right. Harvick's 16th. So Reddick is hanging on by a tooth nail, and he's tied with Cindric at 2,052 points.
So 52.
That was a big points blow.
Yeah. So this is very interesting. So Christopher Bell has assumed the lead in the points. 10-point margin over Will Byron, and Denny's 1 point behind Will Byron. So, and
actually, Christopher Bell is the only driver to advance in the next round too.
Oh, okay. So he's locked in.
He's locked into.
Gotcha. Okay. So he's
round
locked
of 12.
in the round of 12.
Yeah.
It's even more bizarre. After two races, I guess you get locked in.
Right, of all the Joe Gibbs cars.
Anyways,
what's the next race?
Next race?
Bristol.
Bristol this weekend, yes. Camping the trucks are there Thursday night, Xfinity Series Friday night, and NASCAR on Saturday night.
No dirt, right?
No dirt.
asphalt.
This is true asphalt or whatever.
yeah,
it is,
no,
concrete
the
or
way it
whatever
should
it
be.
is. Yep, the way it should be.
Is it going to be two lane racing, or is it just
Yeah, it
down to
should
a
be.
single?
No, it should be 2. The bump and run will be in play, which is fine
Yeah.
with me on this track.
Yeah, because I mean, patients run very thin at this
But
track.
like, so the master of it, or I should say the alleged master,
Harvick.
Austin Dillon.
Oh no! Where? When? Like,
When? Let's see. The
What,
Daytona,
Daytona pushing-
Daytona 500.
oh right, of all the races.
and then the pre-race,
jeez.
the final race before you get on the qualifying, moving somebody out of the way to get the win. All right, we got it.
yeah.
Anyways,
Yep. Summed up.
So yeah,
Clean
Harvick
victory.
Harvick is the subtle master of it. So
Yeah.
hopefully
The
he gets,
closer himself.
hopefully he takes care of Logano, but we'll see. Anyways, I may tune into this one because I like Bristol.
This was a great race. It usually is.
What
and even
what time
last
is the
year,
race?
like
Saturday night, like
at
7 o'clock.
so yeah.
Unless it
Yeah.
rains, then it'll get
Unless it
delayed.
rains, no, stop.
And then
Don.
it'll,
it's not gonna rain. Please.
Then
It can't.
we'll be on to Sunday at 9 a.m.
No, I can't watch it this weekend.
No
I got
one would be
football.
there. Like
Oh,
it would be terrible.
so I'll be tuning in.
Yeah, football's back, so that might
College
that might
football?
yeah,
Who's playing
No,
Saturday night?
NFL.
Michigan State playing Saturday
yeah,
night?
yeah.
Oh.
Well, they're out at
Hope
Washington.
that too.
Oh, they're at Washington.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's
MSU's
fair.
my alma mater,
All right,
so
right.
yeah, I won't
So
be,
I'll
that takes precedent over NASCAR.
NASCAR, but I might tune in.
Okay.
I might get a 6-pack of Busch beer and
I'll watch the
watch it and
I'll
some
watch
bag of
the
Cheetos.
Cheer for Harvick.
extended highlights,
I'll cheer for Harvick.
or I might just watch the regular highlights.
Watch that.
Yeah, I really want to see Harvick get into the next round.
So, all right. So that covers NASCAR this
Yeah.
week.
Yep.
We'll get the NASCAR folks back on. Maybe next week after we talk about stage whatever they call this, playoff stage 1. Oof. Anyways.
Playoff stage one.
All right, let's get to something that really concluded
Yeah,
the
that
season
is
in a
relevant.
proper fashion.
Yeah.
However,
with some power.
they run a very abbreviated, compact schedule because some consulting group thought it was a great idea to do this. But anyways, I mean, now I got to wait until like March or February for my next IndyCar fix. So
Yeah.
anyways, but if you're European, it's a spec series. Okay, so
True, right?
I'm just getting like this whole
Or not enough super
yeah,
license
not a
points.
super license point. Yeah, this is just getting
They're
ridiculous.
not.
And I'm-
They're not great drivers.
right.
They're all
Four
washed up
guys.
F1
Yeah,
drivers.
well, here we went. We went to the last race of the season, and 4 drivers,
Five.
5 drivers mathematically had a chance to win. Okay,
Right.
So,
Yep.
and if you look at the finishing order,
Mm-hmm.
it was very interesting. It was a great race. So, Will the Thrill Power.
In the Verizon IndyCar.
Yeah, I
Verizon.
was waiting on that. I
Will
was like,
Power.
what car song?
Will Power from Toowoomba, Australia. Is it Queensland? Is he from Queensland?
I think it's Queensland.
Queensland. Anyways,
Yeah,
I'm just trying to do my
Queensland.
bad Lee Diffie imitation there. Anyways, I mean, because Lee was
Yeah.
all over that.
Yeah.
Because he won.
But yeah,
But-
Will Power, 2-time IndyCar champion.
Yeah. Now, pretty cool though. On Saturday.
Yes.
He set the record. He broke Mario's record for most poles
Yes.
Yes.
in
That was
IndyCar.
cool.
In IndyCar.
Yes,
We're
in
not
IndyCar.
talking like IndyCar. This is over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so somebody's gonna go, well, it might have been kart. No, this was IndyCar defined. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
an amazing feat. And the fact that it hung on for this long was even
Yeah.
more amazing, given the number of really good drivers that have come through the series. At the time, even when Mario was driving in his
Yes.
late career, amazing. And Mario was there,
Yes.
and couldn't have been, man, just the man about the pit lane after it was, shook his hand, and
Yeah.
you know, let's talk class, handled it with class, and really spoke well. And it was really cool. It was cool, and it was a great qualifying session too.
Oh, yeah.
So I think does he nip
Right.
McLaughlin, right? Did he, oh no,
Well,
McLaughlin.
no, Colin Ilott got
Oh,
second.
Kyle
Oh,
Islet.
yeah.
Sorry, Jesus, forgot about him.
You're good.
He got Rookie of the Year, right?
No,
No. Christian Lundgaard did.
Oh, that's right.
with a
In the
strong
30 car.
finish
Yep.
in the race. We'll get to
Yeah.
we'll get to that. But yeah, so Power really, he was, and I mean Newgarden was I have no idea how he beached it. It didn't even beached it. He got it hung up. And the corkscrew.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
off the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he goes into the corkscrew, hits the inside curb, pops the car up a little bit, unsettles
And
it,
it slides
rolls down the hill backwards, and then he tries to rotate it, but he goes back up the hill and then rolls a little bit forward, and the car is now
wedged.
suspended.
Yeah.
Suspended. It was
In the
suspended.
air.
Like
Yeah.
Because the hill is
what is the odds of that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
The
Pretty
hill
slow.
is too steep that when it meets the track, the car
and
is not
it was kind of
level anymore.
it wasn't funny, but I mean, it's like, I love the media guys, like pit lane guys want to talk to him about it, and I mean, I'll be honest with you, not after you get out of the car, because he even
God,
said
no. Yeah.
he goes, I'm really sorry about this. He was PO'd,
Yeah.
and I'm like, can you guys just give him a minute,
Right.
And he'll come back and talk to you.
Yeah.
Give some breathing room.
Yeah,
Come on.
they give
We're
just
fighting for a championship
just-
too. Like,
that's my
that's
thing.
the-
It's like, give the guy a minute, and then
Yeah.
they're just like jumping in his mug. I know it's got to be TV, but anyways, I mean,
right.
and
Put a
then,
mic in his face. Please say
right,
something.
and then
Like,
he kind of gave a one-off answer, and then people were like, oh, well, he was kind of being a little standoffish and pricklish there. I'm like, yeah, I would be too. I mean, completely my
Anybody.
fault,
Yeah.
know. And then it got beached somehow. But anyways, so I give him credit. He was going for it. They all were.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Qualifying was great. And I mean, Callum Ilott did
strong effort.
Strong effort.
I mean, one position better, and that's pole.
That's exactly it. Yep. And I
So-
mean, Rossi in his final race with Andretti qualified third.
Yep.
Roman fourth, and then Palou,
Yeah.
Mr. We don't know where he's going yet.
Yeah,
And
right. He should leave IndyCar right now and just like, I won the last race.
And then then Pato.
mean, wait,
Pato was sixth. So
Yeah.
I mean, great job by all those guys. I mean, and good to see like somebody like Rossi going. He's trying to win on his last race.
Right.
Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
I like to
wasn't-
see that.
Yeah.
It was a good closeout.
And
It was
Palou,
full
I don't necessarily agree with how Palou handled this contract negotiation, but I do give him credit for giving in his effort.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Definitely ended the season on a high note.
So that,
sure.
that was crazy. Just I just don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, if anyone didn't catch that, Palou did win the last race.
Yeah.
So
Just in case anyone did not hear me.
and
Yeah,
Spill the
so
beans.
Palou won the race.
Yeah.
Newgarden from God knows deep in the field
I think it was 15th
put on a charge.
to second.
I was just
Yeah,
I
he
was
was an absolute animal
Yeah.
in that
animal.
race.
Because he made about 3 or 5 Alex Zanardi moves into the corkscrew.
and he made a
And one of them was on Will Power.
one
Yeah,
of them was
yeah.
on power, and that
Yeah.
could have went wrong in so many ways, and it didn't.
The
So,
Right.
Ganassi Championship,
Yep.
maybe. But
Right, no, you're right. Could have taken them both out.
yeah.
In that, but that was crazy watching him come through the field, and then Felix Rosenquist, great job. His could be the swan song at McLaren. It should be. Don't know.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. So, Junkos
No,
expanded
Nate,
to two
Nate,
cars.
Nate,
hang on.
Nate,
he
Nate.
could be someone of going there.
I know, but we were just talking his swan song at McLaren, which is technically we're not 100% certain. He has been rumored. I know he is rumored to go to Junkos.
It could
I
be
know.
McLaren. It could be Junkos.
Yeah.
So
Well, anyways, I was hoping to save that one for later, but then cat's
you know
out of
what?
the bag
Sorry.
on that one. Anyways,
sorry, man. I got too excited.
I know
Sorry.
you did. And then we had Lundgaard and McLaughlin. Sorry, Scotty. Jesus, it looks like McLaughlin to me.
Lead Diffie. Biggest
I
race to
don't
the
know.
slot. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Anyways, Grosjean, O'Ward, Ericsson, and Rossi, and then Colton finished 11th with Dixon 12th. So
I
The
was
season
expecting
ends
a
on
lot
a-
more. Scott Dixon.
but
I really was.
What gets me is, the season ends on this huge high note.
Oh, yeah.
But now we got to sit until
Yeah,
March.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, this
I
is
know,
just
yeah.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah.
it's like, couldn't if they could, why can't they go to October? It's like when everyone else ends.
Well, I mean,
They could
Well,
the count if you
Formula
would
One,
if you
November.
spread stuff out.
you could spread stuff out.
I mean,
yes.
basically, we had 3 races in a row almost to end the season.
there was 5 races in 4 weeks
Right.
in August.
And it's all because his consulting group thought it was the greatest idea to end the season, so you're not competing against college football. And I guarantee you, the ratings for IndyCar now at this point and in October, when it's the same people that watch it.
Did you see the ratings that came out for IndyCar for this season?
What?
Highest in 6 years.
Okay, highest in 6 years, but I'm just saying, like, that's core. It's not like Joe Average off the street.
Yeah,
all right?
I would.
Joe Average off the street's going to watch the Indy 500.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is like building interest with the fan base to watch it. So that's what it was. So, like, now it's like everyone's just like, oh, and it goes on the back burner. And meanwhile, IMSA going to have their biggest race of the season to finish the season. Mm-hmm. They followed up 2 days later with the biggest test ever because the LMDH cars. Yes. Followed up by a month and a half later with a test at Daytona, then the Roar.
Yeah.
Sports car racing gets going before IndyCar. It's just and they wonder why sometimes the ratings in IndyCar just don't work. I mean, it's just like,
Well, because it's just on Peacock too.
No, it's not that. It's just like hopefully Penske and Penske Entertainment and all that decides that we need to push the season out. I mean, first off, it would help the teams because God, these guys, some of those runs they were on, like pretty brutal. Mm-hmm. But anyways, so a solid way to finish the season.
I would almost even add like 3 more rounds and make it just a 20-round schedule.
Nate, I agree. But then you get into the whole cost.
Well,
and cost is a big deal.
Cost versus reward.
Yeah, but that was
exactly.
Was going to be my next question: is would a season extended by another month have more operating costs? Because would the travel be more than what you're doing?
If you spread the season out, the travel wouldn't have been condensed. Like they were on the road for quite a bit, so they were bringing more parts, more stuff to the races. They were shipping more stuff because
but are you is the overall travel less because say for instance, not that they would do this, but if there was a bigger if there was a week or 2 off in between Portland and Laguna.
Oh, no.
You wouldn't do something like
I
that.
wouldn't do that. Geographically, I think you run the same time frame. It's just where they were running some of these 5-race weekends and stuff. I mean, anyways, I just really think they need to look at pushing the schedule. Maybe 3 races, Nate's right, or expanding the current schedule to make it. Because honestly, they can run in October. Because the reason I think the fan interest was up, the points battle was amazing all year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and it went down to the wire with 5 drivers.
Here's the funny thing: there's no playoffs.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
There's no playoffs.
Wait, there's no Final Four.
No, we don't have.
What's the playoffs?
Playoffs, like you don't get locked into the playoffs. And in a race, this is a race. There's no stage.
What's a stage?
That's right.
Oh no! Well, no. They do have a stage for the driver intros, right?
The driver intros.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the only stage.
Not on track.
Not on track,
No.
but in the pit lane.
In the pit lane.
Pit lane. Yeah. There's no stage
Caution's
racing.
out.
and they had the ratings up. Okay. Great. And meanwhile,
and the race is done
an actual race.
an hour and a half.
Meaning NASCAR is flatlined. So, I wonder why. Anyways, so
the race takes how long to finish? Hour and a half, 2 hours.
4.
Well, 500 is a little bit longer.
Yeah, but the 500 is a 500.
That's I have no problem with that.
Yep.
So, but anyways, it was
your typical race weekend.
Hats off to IndyCar. Great season. Congrats to congrats to
Will
Power and the Verizon Chevrolet.
That would have been perfect if it was like the Verizon IndyCar series
again,
and then the Verizon car.
Verizon car.
Yeah, like what he did in 2014.
Imagine if it was even better. He was driving the Outback Penske Chevrolet, and it was the Outback IndyCar series.
Yeah. Who wants a bloomin' onion?
Yeah, bloomin' onion. That enough. Oh, and it was sponsored by Foster's Beer too. That would be amazing. Ugh, that would be fantastic. Anyways, hopefully, we'll get that. It's just some quick IndyCar news. Scotty McLaughlin signed up for little bit longer term with Penske.
Yep.
Good to see. As Nate blew open the scene, pulled the cat out of the bag. The rumor is, Rosenquist possibly the Juncos as the number 2 driver. Now that would be an excellent idea.
Yeah.
And an excellent thought. So I like that. That would definitely give Callum some much needed support, and I think that would be a good fit for the Juncos team, or as Lee likes to say, Juncos Hollinger Racing. I love it. I just love how he works in the sponsors and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, so and then Rossi's off to Spam, AM, whatever the heck they are.
Yeah.
Spam. And Kirkwood over to Andretti.
Mm-hmm.
And
which I think that's going to be a really good combo. I don't know if it's going to be race winning, but look, Romain Grosjean, I'm really shocked he did not win this year, if I'm going to be quite honest. I thought he would have won. There's 2 tracks I was looking like he would win at. Indy Road Course, and actually I would even add Laguna Seca, because he pulled on a great finish with Dale Coyne last season.
Yep.
Where he made that pass on Jimmy Johnson, but it's because he was left down in the corkscrew. But look, his time's coming. I think next year maybe
I think
Romain Grosjean gets
his stronger race was probably Nashville. It got a little hindered, but
yeah.
And he gets kind of stuffed at the end.
I think Nashville is probably also going to be having another rework between now and next year. So
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll have a little IndyCar wrap up later when we get into in the coming weeks, because things are definitely kind of slowing up. There's going to be a break with Formula One next weekend. Actually, we don't have anything going on except NASCAR. So,
woo!
Okay, all right. So we'll have some more entertainment for that upcoming show next week. So let's move on to.
Glad to help.
Oh, Nate, love you. Anyways, so let's talk about the Italian Grand Prix. Yeah, and did we get in trouble for playing Supermax last week or what?
It doesn't matter. It's not like we make any money off
this. We haven't had the bad email yet.
We didn't get we didn't get a cease and desist on that.
No, just a little copyright claim. It's okay.
All right. So
I think it's 5 seconds. You have to under 5 seconds. You're okay.
That was a solid.
We were definitely like 10.
That was definitely tall. That was definitely more than 5. But anyways,
whatever.
It could have. Yeah.
It was well.
You know how bad that was.
Oh yeah.
So it was. I really like. Max was on it from the get go. I mean, I didn't this whole weekend. So
his whole start.
I watched FP1. What Sainz was quick or.
Look, I think this was about as even as Ferrari and Red Bull have been the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
And
right.
Yeah.
Look.
Okay, let's
and honestly, Ferrari didn't screw the strategy up this weekend.
No, they didn't, because
you don't think so.
No, because Horner admitted that they were going to do opposite of whatever Ferrari did. Yeah. So if they didn't go in, then Max would have pitted. So it wouldn't have. One of them would have been taking it. So,
but anyways,
let's just.
I want to talk.
I'll wait until the race day.
Yeah, the weekend itself, kind of oh my God, the Rebel wasn't fast on Friday. It's okay, fine. It's find your
whatever,
feet. You got to get to qualifying. There's no sprint race this weekend.
And it's not like they were both those cars had grid penalties, so it wasn't like they needed
they weren't going to be on pole.
Yeah,
they weren't going to be. Yeah, they weren't. They could be on pole, but they weren't going to be starting from pole.
So they needed a race.
It just basically was, we'll make the car as fast as we can make it to limit the damage that we're going to have with the penalty. So, and I have no problem with that. I mean, the rules are the rules, and everyone's complaining now, and I'm like, they all signed up for it. They agreed to it. The FIA agreed to it. Mm-hmm. This is all part of the Formula One agreement, the Concord agreement, or whatever it is, to how the races are run.
If you want to introduce cost savings,
this is what happens. Okay, so the teams, I mean, so I don't want to get into it. But anyways, and it pretty much went the way I thought. Get to qualifying and was not surprised.
Nope.
No, and Charles Leclerc can put on a really good one lap.
Yeah, that was a great lap. It was qualifying was great to watch.
It was
great. It was close.
Yeah,
Sure is.
Yeah, there was.
And, Nick DeFries went up to Q2.
Well, let's back that up.
Let's back that up. So that happened on.
Nick DeFries starts the weekend off
in an Aston.
Yes, doing FP1 for them,
and I thought he did a decent job. I
sure did.
I mean, it's the Aston.
It's FP,
first, I mean,
it's also
first
FP1.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the track.
Your first FP1,
right? So I mean,
it wasn't his first FP1. It was his first FP1 for Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Oh,
because he had already done FP1 for Williams
Mercedes?
and for Mercedes.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So this is his third go around with now this third team.
And then I think it was. Oh no, hold on. Good. I'm sorry.
Oh wait. Let's not forget about another FP1 appearance. Italian Jesus ran for Haas.
Oh, Giovinazzi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The JR
Hildebrand.
Italy's JR Hildebrand.
Yeah.
Have you seen the two of them together?
Yeah.
I swear to God, they look like if they freak the hair out together, it'd be awesome.
Anyone who's not aware of this, go look up J.R. Hildebrand and then compare him to Antonio
Giovinazzi.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
not in 2011, but today.
Today.
Yeah.
Literally they call J.R. Hildebrand IndyCar Jesus, and so this is awesome. So I forgot about that. That's true too. So that was FP1, FP2 qualifying. It was great qualifying session.
Yeah.
So
but Saturday starts off Williams.
Yeah, that was funny.
Albon. Well, it wasn't funny, but
no. But when we were we all gathered around to watch it. Saturday night at the karting event.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, where the hell's Albon?
Right, yeah. So Albon had to withdraw because he had appendicitis.
Now, he drove on Friday.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah. So I don't know when.
Hopefully he didn't feel the symptoms then. Jeez.
Right.
Anyways.
Oh, my God.
It seems like he's doing well.
Well, yeah. I mean,
after
surgery.
He had surgery, so.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
See, it looks like he'll be back for Singapore.
So see what happens.
Hopefully.
I mean, what a track to come back to.
I know, and
hardest race in the calendar.
And honestly, he probably wants to because that's probably the closest race to his native Thailand. So
yes, yeah.
So I think he definitely wants to put that race, have that on his marker board. So as for the race itself, it was really just a tire strategy thing. I think initially.
Yep.
Max went with the softs, and the start. I was pulling for George. I mean Charles, not George. Charles.
Go George.
No, but
never thought any of those words were Sean.
No. But I'm gonna be honest. Not Charles. So Charles does a great job going down there. Holds off, gets the position. Holds him off into the first chicane.
Yeah.
And George does the right thing. Okay, I'm going to come over. I'm going to go now around him because he took the inside line out, which he goes to the outside. Now he's going to try and make it happen on the outside. Now, you got to be careful here because usually what happens, the guy kind of launches himself over the sausage curbs, which isn't the best thing.
Or you put your car on top of another car.
Or you kind of, or you end up...
Do your Max Verstappen impersonation.
Well, I don't know. Anyways. Or you... end up kind of cutting the chicane, but then you have to give the position back. Mm-hmm. So George contends and goes in there and ends up having to cut the chicane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Concedes it.
So comes out on the other side, all fair and good, takes a spot. Then they cut to his onboard audio.
What did you say, Sean?
Charles, George, he pushed me off there, and they come back. And we were watching the F1 TV broadcast. I have not seen what Martin Brundle's reaction was to it, but Julian Palmer was, no. So I mean, there is everything with this kid is.
When we were up at the track this weekend, talking with everyone else. You know what we came to a conclusion though, is that George is a snitch.
Yeah, he's a snitch. I mean,
because he just likes to rat everyone out.
He rats everyone out. He never thinks he does anything wrong.
Yeah,
and it's like
he will tattletale on you.
Exactly,
yeah, exactly. And it's like George, I'm getting tired of your act.
And you know what happens to snitches? Snitches get stitches.
I'll be honest with you. Like every race, it's something. He's like the race before. It was like someone pulled out in the pit lane. He goes, "Oh, that might have been a dangerous release." And I did. The best part was the Mercedes guys. The Mercedes guys they're kind of getting sick of it, and they just went noted, and that was it. They didn't even say they'll pass it on. It's getting so boring.
Brushing it off.
Yeah, it's just like.
It's very
okay,
robotic.
all right, Toto
okay,
Jr.
George,
honestly, I'm
gonna
calling him Toto Jr. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm getting sick of it.
Well, I mean, Nick DeVries is almost Toto the third. Did you see how he's dressed up?
Huh? What? Sorry.
There's a picture on Twitter where he had I guess Toto had his almost sweatshirt or whatever, the long sleeves, kind of wrapped around his neck.
Well, fanciness.
Whatever.
And Nick DeVries had the same exact.
I think George does the same thing. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. I'm not really into drive. I don't really give a crap about driver fashion as long as the guy gets to the track. I really don't care what the hell they're wearing.
Yeah. Lewis Hamilton's your favorite at it.
Right? Lewis, whatever. Nate, it's just it doesn't. It's not.
I wouldn't dress like that.
Whatever. I don't really care. I don't understand what the big deal is. I really don't care. Like the guy showed up at the track. Yeah. He can wear what he wants.
Yeah.
Like I want to see someone come in a you know what? Max shows up wearing a T-Rex suit. That would be awesome. That would be hilarious.
And imagine that banana suit.
Yeah, or he comes dressed as a Viking. That would be awesome. Like
he come.
That's K-Mag.
He'd come.
Yeah, K-Mag comes dressed as a Viking.
Yeah. No, Max would come as an orange lion. That's
whatever. It's just like no one. Yeah. I don't give a crap.
Leclerc would show up in his banana costume.
He would.
But then again, they did show up in their banana costumes this weekend anyway.
I want to see Carlos, though. Carlos would... No. The best would be Carlos showing up shirtless with his tennis shorts on. That would be awesome because he's the smooth operator. He'd do it. It's good. Yeah. But I'm like, Jesus, God almighty, I don't care. Yeah, but, man, he is, really, puts a bee in my bonnet. Sorry. Oh, George. What's he going to do in Singapore? There'll be something stupid, and he'll do it. Anyways.
He's probably going to... Yeah.
He'll probably rat Lewis out. He threw him under the bus at the Zandvoort, so I mean,
the two of them haven't really. Actually, have they really had a chance to go side by side with one another this year?
There was it's Zandvoort.
Yeah,
after
almost took his front wing off.
No, George almost took his front wing off. George chopped it. Whatever. George threw him under the bus.
But what I'm getting at though is they really haven't had an opportunity to battle one another on track.
Cleanly? No. You mean race-wise? No.
Race-wise. No. The opportunities haven't been there, so
because
we haven't really seen them race side
Lewis
by side.
Is somehow getting hosed all the time. Internally by him. Oh, God. Anyways, done with him.
I wonder how George's reliability is going.
I don't know.
I wonder when he'll take a grid penalty.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's coming.
Or if he even does it all.
I don't know. We'll see what Toto Jr. gets. Yeah. Anyways. So enough of him. Anyways, so overall the race was good. Everyone was waiting for Ferrari to somehow screw it up, and they didn't.
They did.
No, look, they didn't.
At what point of the race? All right, Nate. At what point of the race did they screw it up? And please do not say the safety car.
At the end of the race. At the end of the race.
No, not at the end. No, not the end of the race. No, at the beginning. At lap 14 or 15 with the virtual safety car. Look, I know you're going to do the opposite of whatever Max or whatever it does. Look, at the end of the day, it ended up being 2 pit stops versus everyone else doing one pit stop.
But
he lost all that time.
But I think
and now that's
as
15 seconds apart.
Right, but I think as they were talking on Sam Collins and Julian Palmer on the F1 TV broadcast, were talking about the setup on the Red Bull with they didn't run massive downforce, whatever. They didn't trim they trimmed the car out, but they trimmed the car out at Monza so that they didn't get huge tire drag. That's what they did.
Right.
Yeah, because they were
That's
but the Red Bull still had more downforce than
right.
the Ferrari, so it was more.
What the Red Bull is able to do, they're able to tune it, meaning setup wise, to minimize the tire deg.
Yeah.
Because if you watch, the races all season, Max has not suffered the massive tire deg that some of these other teams have.
Right.
So, and I think the Ferrari is a little more. It's harder on its tires, regardless of the situation, and so that's kind of why that was what they were throwing out there, and actually it makes a lot of sense.
That also can just be driving style too.
It very well could be, yeah, because we don't really know what Sergio, how he seems to have a little more tire deg than Max.
This season, it appears so because and Sergio's supposedly the master of tires.
Tires, right? So
tire saving.
So, anyways, so whatever Max is doing with his driving style and car setup, I think that's what he's doing. Which, yeah, Nate, you're right. I mean, it gets whatever, but I mean, Ferrari didn't make the colossal mistake that they usually make.
Right.
It cost them the win, but it didn't cost them.
Cost them the win. Hey, that's what I'm getting at the end of the day in their biggest race.
Are you
next to Monaco?
Are you 100% positive that Max wouldn't have passed them?
Look, based on what the time was from Charles to Max, I'm sure there's many different things that could have happened, but if I'm just going based on what the distance of time was, Charles Leclerc would have won the race.
I'm just saying, Max is just right now he is fast,
but he can win the championship next race.
So if say roles were reversed, or if neither one of them pit,
okay,
I still contend that Max is thinking about championship points here. So if he wanted to just take second place and take second place, all he's doing is just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
it's not like Ferrari's really catching him. Yes, they would have won, or Ferrari would have won at Monza, and it would have been a great show. But but Red Bull has the long game in hand, so it's not like it's the last opportunity to win a championship.
So moving across to the points,
Max can theoretically win the championship.
335 points to 219.
Yeah,
11 wins.
Yep.
What's the most wins in a season?
13.
Isn't it
13?
I was going to say.
Twice done
by who? Vettel?
Twice done in F1 history. Once by Michael Schumacher. Once by Sebastian Vettel.
Okay.
So that's
interesting. And Schumacher's is the most impressive because it has the least amount of races in a season. Whereas Vettel had all of, or he had to win his last race in Abu Dhabi to get that stat.
Which I mean, that could be very well easily broken.
Yeah, I'm hoping Max wins the next 3 races to make it as somewhat impressive as when Michael did it.
Does he? What's it? Singapore,
Japan, U.S.
Which would be
U.S.
Mexico. And then Mexico.
Because Brazil, if Max has the title up, I'm convinced that Checo's winning Mexico.
That'd be cool, man. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Checo's dad just losing it.
It'd be cool because they gifted him the race, Nate. I'm kind of going on a conspiracy theory that he's going to win the race, Nate. I'm not saying on flat out talent. Nate's like, wait a minute.
Well, no, listen. I think you also, I'm going to save my pick for Singapore when we go on our picks.
We got some time. No, we have next week. So you got time to study and analyze.
Because right now it's way too early. We don't even know. We don't even know what the weather's going to be like, or if there's going to be a dragon on the track.
A dragon on the track, right?
Yeah,
a giant lizard.
What did Max say?
It was a giant lizard.
Giant lizard on the track, and that was a big ass lizard. Jesus H.
Yeah, right.
Christ almighty, that thing's roaming the streets. Yeah. Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah,
was there a zoo nearby? I mean, where did that thing come from? Good God!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Thing was big.
Yeah, it was.
It's did anyone see it? Before?
we were talking about, or that came up when we were talking this weekend, and I was talking with Rich Hemingway, and I've completely forgot that we had a what was it, a beaver or a
Groundhog?
no, groundhog. That's what it was.
Canada?
There was a groundhog.
Yeah.
That was at Canaan one race.
Oh,
that was
that's
moving
right.
across
Oh, yeah,
the track.
yeah.
I
Yeah, the
completely
karting
forgot
track,
about that,
yeah.
but I saw it. I do remember seeing it.
Yeah. We had
move
the
at
ground.
one
We had
point,
we had Rip. Who was the groundhog that met an unfortunate end this year at Canada?
Yeah, Latifi just
Yeah. Well, poor Nick. Anyway, so
poor Nick.
Nick Latifi.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
Yeah, the goat. Come on.
Sorry, I was thinking Nick. I was
Yeah.
thinking Nick
Program.
DeFries.
I'm surprised like he hasn't got like some humane group like chasing him down to get him out of F1. Anyways, so
Nick DeFries just might.
actually, Rich Hemingway might be leading that charge after my comments this week on Predator. Like, Jesus.
Oh my god.
No.
What'd you say?
We were talking and I just I mentioned that there's three things in this world that serve no purpose. And one is a disdain of surfcasters, and that's seals. Okay? And the seals have overrun the beaches of New England. And when you're surfcasting, they kind of chase when you hook a fish, they like to chase the fish and catch them and take your fish. You're basically fishing for them. Yeah. So, they've outlawed seal hunting. Mm-hmm. The Marine Fisheries Act of 1972 did that. I'm just saying from a sportsman's side of the fence, it ruins the appeal of surfcasting now. Mm-hmm. However, with seals comes the Class A predator that is ruining my time in the ocean, commonly referred to as a great white shark, which honestly, those things serve no purpose other than killing. And it doesn't matter what they're killing. They'll eat humans. They'll eat anything. Okay. The only thing that they don't like are orcas. Yes. And I'm all for bringing killer whales to New England. Okay. To take care of that. All right. And we had two here, and the great white population suddenly dispersed for a while. So it was kind of funny. So I mentioned that to Rich, and Rich was like, he's like, oh, great. You hate seals. You hate great white sharks. And then I told Rich, I said, the only other thing that really serves absolutely zero purpose in this world is alligators / crocodiles. Okay. They serve no purpose. In Florida, all right. Like, zero. You can't go into the water. I mean,
have you ever had gator?
I've eaten gator, yes. I've seen gators live, and I've seen what gators do to people, okay? And they don't care, all right? And you can't go near the water's edge without thinking that the one's going to jump out at you. And
they're fast. They're going to run after you.
I've survived a lake in Florida, so
I'm never going in a lake in Florida, okay? Like, the only thing I'm going in is the ocean. I'm not going in any friggin' lake in Florida. God.
What's that on my leg? Oh, my God.
Yeah. Where did my leg go? Yeah. Anyway, so I just brought those up, and Rich was just kind of like giving me crap about it. But anyways, I don't like predator animals. I mean, those guys just don't. I'll probably get canceled right now for saying.
Sean, what's more useful? Or a fly or a shark?
What do you mean by a fly?
They serve no purpose.
They don't. I mean, it's just, but they're a nuisance. You can eradicate them because there's millions of them. It's just that the fly's not going to kill you. A great white shark will kill you. A great white shark will kill you.
Yeah, but a fly is food for. The argument is, I was going to say that. What's the countervailing argument? Is that these
next on National Geographic.
Anyways, it's all good. But anyways, so I just brought that up. Anyways, I don't know. Do we want to delve into NHKA real quick?
I guess.
On how your weekend went.
Yeah, I guess to sum up, NHKA had its championship weekend, races 7 and 8 this past weekend. So we. Just quick results. I finished 3rd in World Formula on Saturday, 5th on Sunday, and then in tag finished 4th both days.
Both days.
I think the exciting racing out of all of them were probably the tag race on Saturday.
And the tag qualifying.
Yeah, and
qualifying?
on both days.
Qualifying
both
on both days was insane.
Both road taxes and X30s were run together.
Yeah, whatever was going on with the air, both motors were on a level playing field.
Yeah.
Wow.
And actually, I shouldn't even say that because qualifying for World Formula on Sunday was close. Too.
Yes, it was.
So everyone was within 2/10.
2/10, and
both the top
classes,
top three and four were within 10th.
Yeah,
and half a 10th.
In both classes,
it was super close.
There was no nefarious driving.
Nope.
And had a little incident in the tag senior race on Sunday, coming out of the bowl.
Oh, at the start.
Yeah, at the start. It's just one of those things. You know what?
It's close, hard racing,
but it was close and hard, and everyone kind of just
gets a little checked up.
It checked up, but everyone I think was trying to avoid everybody. And unfortunately, you came out of it very lightly, so that was good. And the other person involved didn't. Was Will, and fortunately nothing happened to Will's kart. So he just unfortunately everyone just kind of ran out of space. Yeah. Anyways, so that was good. And
which I mean, it happens.
It happens. Yeah. It happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's fine. So
all good. No one. There was no one.
No big deals.
Yeah, and it was. And even the World Formula was the same way.
Yeah.
Great racing. Mm-hmm. So we can delve into it. We'll get Mr. Gomes on next week. Who had an electrifying win on Sunday to close out the season, and it was electrifying. We'll get Alex on to talk about it.
Yeah.
He was
pumped.
He was part of the 2 electrifying qualifying sessions too,
and got pole both days.
Both days. So so it was crazy. So great weekend of racing. Nice way to end the season. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good time to end the season. Yeah. It's just getting
bad time for IndyCar to end the season. Good time
from the karting aspect, it's getting good because the days are getting very short.
True.
I think it's more so for us because of the drive home.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, it's a drive home on Sunday.
It's hard when you run out of daylight too, especially up north.
Up north, so I said,
they should put lights on.
Yeah. Anyways.
Take it up with someone?
Take it up with New Hampshire.
I went to OVRP for one of the TKC rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a karting track.
It's a karting track.
Yes, it is.
And New Hampshire's it's a track that we go karting on, so it's not.
Yeah, we don't really have a purpose-built karting track around
and
here. That's
a lot of them
big problem.
And as Nate points out, a lot of those come with lights, which is awesome. Yeah. So we just don't have one
got my
around.
first TKC win there.
We don't have any that come out
under the lights.
We don't have any that come out with we don't have any tracks with lights here. So even when we had what was supposedly a good a kart track, didn't have lights. So because neighbors didn't want it.
Yeah. Jay.
Yeah. Anyways, so
one outside kind of car news world, Pagani unveiled a new car called the Utopia. It's got it's got 852 horsepower and a twin turbo AMG V12 engine.
There's no hybrid system on this, no electric.
So it's not electric at all.
No. I'm just saying.
It's their replacement for the Huayra, and it is.
Now you also pointed out something that their long-standing position will be.
Oh yeah, there's a long-standing position of going electric, but they chose not to go that route.
Right. Okay. Good.
And they wanted to keep.
So they will be using the
screaming
ICE
V12.
They will be using an ICE motor, an internal combustion engine. Okay. So that's good. That's good.
Monster
motor. Sorry.
The Pagani Zonda. That's one of my favorite cars.
Yeah. So just kind of closing out the NHKA weekend. We just want to thank everyone from NHKA, Mike Camara and the team. And folks do the corner workers and all that, and the ambulance company that comes. So let us put on the show to have a great race. So it was fun. Great to a lot of good camaraderie in the Tag Senior and World Formula paddock. I think I don't see any. Doesn't seem to be any dust-ups.
No, the hooligan class of World Formula has become less hooligan.
Hooligan, and that's probably moved on to That's somewhere in the 206 range.
Yeah.
But no, so it was good. I was like everyone in those two paddocks is very helpful, and people try and help each other out. So
the best thing about
and I want to put a shout out to Freddie Fawcett.
Oh yeah.
Freddie stepped away for about 5 years.
Yeah.
And he came back this year to run. So he's basically been like Christian's been going through getting back into driver shape.
Yeah.
And Freddie on Sunday finished second.
Yes.
And
Sweet.
Yep. And he was fourth or fifth on Saturday.
I can't remember exactly.
I forget. But anyways, he's in World Formula Heavy. That was really great to see because having Freddie out there, I mean, oh man, him and Blanchard get together, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Because Rich is right now kind of who won?
He said
Rich won Saturday, right? Did Rich win?
No. Rich was winning in Tag Masters.
He won Tag Masters. What happened in World Formula? Wasn't he leading?
No.
Oh.
I don't think he had the speed in World Formula.
Right.
But he admitted that too when I talked to him.
I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself.
No. It's, Scott Kearney won.
Oh, Scott Kearney. That's right.
Won on Sunday.
That's right. And
I can't remember if he won on Saturday as well.
I can't remember either. But he had to take off on Sunday. So, so Freddie, just want to kind of shout out to Freddie. Been a friend of ours for a while and former X1, F1 indoor karting guy. So good to see Freddie jumping back in and getting into shape just as the season ends.
Yeah.
But that was great to see Freddie do that. So
that's cool.
All right.
Legend at F1 Boston.
Nate, you got any outstanding news?
Yeah.
To announce?
Personal news. Did you sign with McLaren?
It's in the works.
Gotcha.
Zach Brown will get back to me. I'll let you guys know.
McLaren did sign a new sponsor.
Oh yeah,
Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that's right. On the F1 car.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of exciting.
If you like your Jack Daniels,
I know, but it's like the logo's about 3 inches big.
Jesus.
Yeah,
big zoom into the nose.
It's like that's why I like like some of the guys down when they were running NASCAR, right?
I know.
It was awesome, and then they were down in supercars running. I was like, this thing's like just a flowing Jack Daniels bottle. It's awesome. But they got Jack Daniels on the black part of the car at least. That's good.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so that's that. I think we can bring the episode. We just would like to reiterate Jim Paulette's cause. Please re-listen to the beginning of this podcast. We'll put some more information in it on the podcast tag when we put it out, and we'll hopefully maybe catch up with Jim prior to the special 3-hour enduro event. See how Jim's doing with his fundraising.
Yeah.
And that, but if you do listen, you're an NHKA member, please spread the news amongst your friends. Not tell them to listen to the podcast, but they don't have to. But do spread the news about Jim's effort. It's well worth it. I think people have been touched in different ways. I know I have recently a friend who passed away suddenly from cancer, so in a very short time frame. So kind of can relate to what Jim's going through, and feel. Yeah, I think
everyone
has done that.
Has had
for sure.
something cancer,
so
yeah.
So let's try and help Jim out, raise some funds, and remember it's a good cause, but it's a fun event to raise the funds for the good cause. So hopefully Jim will make his goal.
We'll all be cheering him on too on race day for him too.
Yep. So with that, we'll end the episode here, and we'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
Good night.
Thank you guys for listening to the Red Mist Podcast, hosted by Christian Abbott, Sean Abbott, and Nathan Lavin. It's produced by Christian Abbott, and music is by Alex Wart and Harrison Tate.